Welcome to the CleanRacing.net Truck Series, as we are on week 2 of the season, and I'm joined by Damon Lester. My name's Joseph Lester, and we are glad to bring this to you.
Absolutely, man. We're looking forward to some great racing tonight. The good thing about these trucks is they can almost run this track flat out. Should be some good, clean racing. Got a lot of wide corners where these guys can race side by side. Really looking forward to some good racing.
Yeah, we are, and it's gonna be a good race, a crazy one, but let's go ahead and look at our race info as they're wrapping up qualifying. We got the CleanRacing.net Truck Series broadcasted to you on ESBN, Esports Broadcasting Network. 78-degree weather, 55% relative humidity, and partly cloudy.
It should make for some good racing. The track got to have a lot of grip. Well, as much grip as Chicago will give you, which is not much, but really looking forward to some good racing tonight. Josh Lilly was fastest in practice. He's fastest in qualifying. He sits atop the board right now in that 48.
Yeah, he's always been fast, a two-time series champion, and he has really started off the season strong. But it looks like qualifying is over, and we are gridding up now for 120 laps around Chicago.
Absolutely. And Josh Lilly is our pole sitter tonight. So these guys will get gridded up. We'll get ready to roll here. Uh, Beautiful day in Chicagoland. And really looking forward to some good side by side racing. These trucks make for an awesome race here at Chicago. And I'm really looking forward to it tonight.
Yeah, earlier you mentioned it's a lot of wide open racing, and it really is for the first 10 or so laps, and then it becomes lifting off the throttle, maybe not all the way, but maybe about to 25%, and these guys are going to want to hug the bottom for the first 15 to 20 laps, and by the end of this run, they'll be right up on the top trying to carry as much speed as they can.
As these guys are getting gridded up here, some good looking trucks out there tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they always bring out some of the best paint schemes on the service.
Well, they are gridding up and you can hear them out there. Anticipation, they're revving those engines. And I watched a couple of these races on the broadcast, and it really been fun to watch. These really get exciting toward the end, and just looking forward to see what these guys cook up tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they put on a great show as always, and we're rolling here as Josh Lilly is our pole sitter. And P2, we have Joey Stiers. P3, Rhett Tucker. P4, Kevin Becker. P5, Jason Higginbottom. P6, Lane Hostler. P7, Mike Van Houten. P8, Keith Mack. P9, Greg Barnett. And P10, Chris Smith. You?
Starting in 11th, we've got Andrew Mcgronigal. In 12th, Nathan Brown. At 13th, would be Mike Thomas. 14th, Stephen Tuck. Starting in 15th is Jamie LaRoque. Starting 16th, Dustin Harrell. And 17th, Daniel Sykes. And starting 18th, Nathan Rogg. Starting 19th, John Anthony. And 20th will be Brian Sullivan.
21st will be Mike McCrate. P22, Christopher Beasley. P23, Dave Shatford. And P24, Frederick Garcia. But we're about to go underway here as the pace car is off, and Josh Lilly will lead him to the line.
What a jump Josh Lilly got right there on that restart.
Yeah, he was off and away, and now he's gonna drop down onto that bottom like we said. Really trying to hug that bottom early in this run. The 99 of Rhett Tucker already trying to make a push on the bottom with Josh Lilly on the outside. Josh Lilly will give up the position and fall behind Rhett Tucker as these guys are side by side down the front stretch.
Oh yeah, these guys they're not letting it wait. They're trying to get the positions while those tires are fresh so that they can get up front. Hopefully when the tires start to lose that grip, they'll be up there ready to roll.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned this, but this is one of the tougher places to pass because on that long run, you're all going to be on that top and trying to keep it there and keep up the momentum, and it really is hard for them to pass down on that bottom line.
Oh yeah, that high line's really where they want to be. It does allow them to keep that momentum. Now, this track will remind you a lot of Kansas and Las Vegas, but the one unique thing, Chicago has a little bit of a bend in that backstretch. So they're never really fully straight at any point on this racetrack.
No, they aren't. But as we were talking, Josh Lilly took over the lead from Rhett Tucker, really flexing his dominance as in the power rankings last week, he moved up to the first spot after finishing second.
Well, that's impressive. These trucks are. I'm just amazed. There's some really good back about 8th, 9th place. They're really getting it on back there.
Yeah, but we'll stay up front here as this battle for the lead is really neck and neck. As
There goes Rhett Tucker trying to look on the inside.
Yeah, Rhett Tucker not letting Josh Lilly breathe at all. Trying to keep him as close as he can, as it says 120 laps, but at 30-second lap times, this race is not going to be that long.
No, it'll be over quick, that's for sure.
It sure will. And
Rhett Tucker's not letting him get away, Joseph. He's staying right in his tracks.
Yeah, he is. And one thing to look for is we usually see Joey Stiers come on late in the race. He's sitting there in P3 just kind of waiting. You think he's saving his tires, or you think these guys are just that fast?
I think it's a benefit, especially Chicago, to save your tires and not push us. I mean, these guys up front, they're racing like it's 10 to go. I mean, Rhett Tucker is looking the inside on every corner, and he's not letting Josh Lilly get comfortable up there. He's making him think that he's back there. He's keeping him looking in his mirror, and that's probably going to pay off for Stiers back there in third.
It really is, but one thing I like seeing is that clean air. When you get clean air, it's not going to hurt your tires as much if you're pushing hard. So that could be what Josh Lilly's trying to do, but it really is just a waiting game at this point.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now that car behind Rhett Tucker and Josh Lilly is Ryan Twynham. It looked like he missed the grid, so he's trying to fight back and get the lap back. We'll see if he can do it.
He's looking on the inside of Rhett Tucker there. I think Josh ought to just let him go. He got a little bit fresher tires because he just got on the track. So he's going to get one of his laps back here.
We see
And
Josh Lilly move up to that top line. Will it work down this backstretch?
what's going to help Josh Lilly now is he's going to get a little bit of a tow off that truck in front of him, and that's going to help give him a little pull down these straightaways.
It sure will. When he moved up to the top, I think that was just because Ryan Twynham was trying to get by him. But it doesn't seem like that top's quite run in yet. These tires haven't worn down quite enough. But I'd say wait a couple laps and we'll see them guys up there.
Oh, absolutely. These, it's sometimes these tracks, especially the mile and a half, they sort of yo-yo. You'll get people, they'll start catching a pack in front of them, then they'll sort of lose some. There they go. They're going to make the pass back on Twynham there. Put him back another lap down.
Yeah, these guys are just going back and forth right now. And we got a caution here with Wayne Haas, I believe. Let's see what happened here. So they're going down the front stretch, beating and banging. Oh, and it looked like Frederick Garcia in the 66 made a little contact, and it spun him right into the 61 Elaine Hostler.
Not a lot of damage though, Joseph. Doesn't look like they got into the wall. Looks like they kept it off the wall. That's where you get the big damage. So I think he's got a little damage there to the left rear. He'll probably be able to come in and get that attended to by the crew, and maybe they can get him straightened back out. He probably won't lose much time. Certainly, he'll want to get some fresh tires since he spun those, but we'll see what these guys do.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see anybody really pit here, but we'll just have to see. Looks like Joey Stiers fakes it down pit road, but Rhett Tucker went down.
Rhett Tucker came on down pit road. He's maybe trying to get off sequence here.
Well, we see some guys towards the back of the pack, like Mike Van Houten, Chris Smith, Christopher Beasley, follow him down. So I don't think he's losing as many positions, but it'll be interesting to see him work through the field.
Oh, absolutely. He's has a fast truck tonight, and we'll look forward to seeing him try to come through the field. Will being back in the pack affect the handling of his truck?
I mean, never know. It really is interesting to see, but I ran a few of these races last week here at Chicago in the truck. It really was an advantage to be in that top 5. So I think it really got tight on me when I was back in the pack.
Yeah, that could affect him. We'll have to take a look and see how it affects his progress through the field. I have a feeling he'll probably go where they're not and try to get as many positions on the restart as he can.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hopefully he can get back up there and compete.
And this is going to put Joey Stiers right there on the outside of Josh Lilly when we take this restart. So he'll have somebody else to contend with now.
One thing interesting to note, Josh Lilly is actually Joey Stiers' stepson.
Oh, so we've got an in-house battle here on the front row when we take this green flag coming to this next restart. I think we certainly know how those are, don't we? I'm usually on the short end, but that's okay.
Well, usually for us, you aren't on the front row.
As he takes the jab. That's okay. It's all about fun, and we enjoy doing it together. I'm sure these two guys up front, they enjoy racing up here against each other. So they're having a good time. That's what iRacing's all about. So looking forward to getting this race back on green flag. It looks like we'll be coming to 1 to go here. Looks like we'll take the green flag on lap 16.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure what a fuel run is here. I was able to go about 50 laps on 100% fuel, but these guys are on like 75% fuel, I believe. They are actually on 100% fuel, so I think they can make it about 50 laps.
Yeah, they should be able to go about 50 laps, so that'll certainly, hitting right that makes Rhett Tucker look pretty smart. So I mean, if they have some cautions sprinkled in here, he can make one more stop and make it the rest of the way. Well, here we go. The pace lights are out on top of the lights are out on top of the pace car coming down the back stretch as they get ready to enter turn 3 and 4. We'll get these. I'll tell you what, I'm liking that 44 truck, old Terry Labonte paint scheme. That's really looking sharp. That Piedmont Airlines number 44. It's a sharp looking ride there tonight.
Yeah, it is. As we go back green, Josh Lilly will lead them down to the green flag once again, and we are off, underway, as the 44 will try to push Josh Lilly out in front of his stepdad, Joey Stires.
They're not letting him get away either. Stires is right on the outside of Josh Lilly there.
I think the reason we didn't see many guys pit down that last time is we only get 3 sets of tires to change in the pits.
And that's a good reason for them to stay out. So I'm liking the strategy of staying out on this last caution. It's going to make these guys have an extra set of tires. Where if we start getting a lot of cautions, they're going to want to pit and take those fresh tires when they can. So Joey Stires is taking the lead there on the outside of Josh Lilly.
And can Joey Stires pull it off out of the corner? They are side by side. Family members will race to the line.
And Josh Lilly led that lap with a little bit of a push from that 44.
Yeah, and I mean, I expect Joey Stires to get clear out of this corner because he is on that outside lane. And he gets clear.
He gets clear.
And we're starting to see some of these guys move up the track a little bit.
Absolutely, here they come. Trying to make that track as small as possible. Josh Lilly is right there. Here comes Rhett Tucker coming through the field.
Yeah, he really is a lot faster on those fresh tires, so he's using a little bit of a bump draft into the corner here, pushing that 14 over, driving the corner because of how much speed he had in that. But we'll go back up to the lead while Joey Stires and Josh Lilly are almost side by side here.
There they come. Josh Lilly looking on the outside. Will they get the momentum coming down the backstretch? Joey Stires is going to put the block on.
I wouldn't really call that a block. I mean, he was just running his line.
He was running his line, but he did block the momentum of Josh on the outside there. Here comes the 44, trying to look low on Josh Lilly.
Can Joey Stires get up there and keep that lead from Josh Lilly? Josh Lilly trying that higher lane in 1 and 2. Will he be able to get the run down the backstretch?
Notice the field's a lot tighter now. Those tires have sort of equalized between everybody, so field's a lot closer. You got some of these guys who did take fresh tires are coming to the front.
Yeah, they are, and we're seeing them come and come fast, and it's really interesting to see all these different strategies.
Here comes that 99 of Rhett Tucker. He's caught the tail end of this front group.
Now we do have a stage caution at lap 50, so some of these guys that took tires are probably banking on this going green to the end of the stage, and then they'll get tires, but they'll have one set of tires for that last run, which they hope goes green.
So here they go. These guys with fresh tires are looking on the inside of Joey Stires and Josh Lilly.
Yeah, I mean, these fresh tires are coming to the front, really shaking up this
Here
field.
comes Rhett Tucker looking on the inside, making it 3 wide. Josh Lilly on the outside of that 3 wide.
And Andrew Mcgronigal will get up to the lead.
What unbelievable racing. These guys are racing like there's 5 laps to go. And I'm loving every minute of it.
They're racing like it's 5 laps to go with 100 laps to go. We
Here
see
comes
that
Rhett Tucker looking on the
99
outside of Joey
Rhett Tucker coming
Stires.
around Joey Stires, as you said. And Rhett Tucker is clear on that outside. Now he sets his sights on the 79 of Andrew Mcgronigal.
Tires are going to start to level out here, and then
Caution,
we're going to see
caution,
things.
caution.
Caution's out. Well, the good thing about this caution, that 45, either way, is going to get a lap back because he's the only truck a lap down right now. So that'll get him another lap back. That'll help him out.
So it looks like we got Lane Hostler. Oh, looks like we had somebody hit the wall, and just bad luck for Lane Hostler today.
Yeah, he's been in the wrong place at the right time.
Yeah. But if you're Joey Stires and Josh Lilly, do you come down here and pit?
I'm going to pit now. Because we see what these tires are doing. I don't think another heat cycle on them is going to help them very much. Of course, here they come.
Well, that's an interesting move. Me personally, I would have stayed out and tried to save that set of tires for the final stage. But we'll see if this pays off for him.
You know, sometimes you got to do just a little bit different. Looks like Joey Stires drove through his pit box there. That's going to give Josh Lilly a little bit of an advantage on this pit stop. He's already on the right sides. And he's off. Say what, another truck I'm liking tonight's that number 3 truck. Has got the Peter Max paint scheme that Dale Earnhardt Sr. drove in the 2000 All-Star race. I'm really liking that truck. It's good looking.
Yeah, these trucks are so beautiful. But we're going back up to this lead with Andrew Mcgronigal in first, moving up 10 spots since the start of the race. In third, we got Christopher Beasley, who's moved up 19 spots since the start of the race. That's insane.
That's amazing. You're just taking your time, being patient, taking what the track gives you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it's been some exciting racing since the drop of the green. There's not been really any lulls in the action. There's been action all over the track. So this has really been an exciting race so far tonight. We're only 28 laps in. We got a lot of racing left, folks.
Yeah, we got a lot of racing left, but we're starting to close in on the stage break, so I think this racing is just gonna keep getting more exciting.
Absolutely. They're coming down the backstretch here. Ready. So how much fuel can these guys save on these caution laps, Joseph? Is there anything they can do inside the truck? Can they clutch it? Can they shut it off? What can they do inside the truck to maybe save some gas to help them make it a little bit further?
Well, I really don't think they're gonna have to save any fuel under this yellow because we're only trying to make it to lap 50 here for the first stage, but it's really all about getting in fourth gear, clutching it, shutting the car off, and you're gonna do pretty good at saving some fuel.
Here we go. The pace lights are out on top of the pace car.
Yeah, these pace car lights are off, and interesting move as our leader, Andrew Mcgronigal, picks the outside lane.
They're at the point in this run with the tires that they've got where being on that outside is not a bad idea. So that sounds like a good idea from where I'm sitting.
Yeah, I really think so. Um, I really like the top personally at this track. It's just so fun to run. Get as close to that wall as you can. But we're about to go green here.
Pace car's off. And Mcgringal's in the green. Boy, he's gone. What a jump Mcgringal got there on that green flag.
Yeah, we're watching that field go by the start-finish line. We're back up to the lead with Andrew Mcgronigal and Rhett Tucker as they are really trying to battle it out with these heat cycles. I wonder how those will affect the car.
If anything, they're probably going to tighten them up a little bit, as it likes to make those tires a little bit harder.
Yeah, it does. And
they get a little bit of a glaze on them, but see
personally,
what these guys have got.
for when I get some heat cycles on the car, it just amplifies whatever problem I'm having with the car.
Absolutely, and you can control a lot of the problem, whatever you're having in the truck, with using that, what you're doing with that throttle. So, we'll just have to see what happens with these guys, and see what they get settled in here. Don't forget, we've got those guys who just pitted, who they're coming through the field now.
Yeah, they are, and Josh Lilly's already back up to 6th, and he's really moved up through the field as Joey Stiers is still back in 13th.
I think being on that outside line, I believe Josh was on the outside line on that restart. I think that really had paid off for him.
And if you just watch, he's able to get through the corners so much better than these guys on old tires. Barely lifting out of the throttle, getting on it, lifting back off. You'll see that sometimes here, and it's really cool to watch.
He's cutting through this field like a knife, like a hot knife through butter.
He really is, and we're going to take you on a ride with him as he tries to get up to the front.
Here he comes. He's catching Rhett Tucker. Pulls right up to the inside. And he's going to go by Rhett Tucker going down the backstretch. And he sets his sight on the leader of Mcgringal.
Yeah, he is just so fast on those new tires. New tires are just showing how fast they can be.
Just effortless for him. What a run he got down that front stretch, and he's going to sail it right into the lead here. But if I were Josh Lilly, as soon as I get clear on this pass, I'd get up to the high line and start saving tires.
Well, I mean, do you want to save tire at this point? You only got 15 laps left in the stage.
Yeah, I want to save them because I don't want to pit when the stage comes out.
Well, I think everybody's going to be down there to get some fresh tires when the stage happens. But we'll just have to see. Joey's Tire is up in 7th place right here, trying to work through this old tires group.
He's picking them up, putting them down. There he goes, picking up another spot. He may get 2 for 1 on this corner.
Back up to the front with Josh Lilly. Nathan Brown moving his way through the field, trying to keep up with him. We do have confirmation that Lane Hostler is now officially out of the race, along with Ryan Twynham.
I hated for those guys. I was hoping they would get some laps back and maybe get up there and get competitive. Twynham certainly looked fast. I mean, he was catching those leaders early in the race, and
yeah, I mean, really is unfortunate, just wrong place at the wrong time. But we're going to try to get Lane Hostler up in the booth and check on him and see what happened and his view on how these cars were handling. Hey Lane, this is the broadcast booth. How's it going? Let's try this one more time. Hey Lane, this is the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
looks like we got some communication problems there. We'll see if we can't try him again here in just a little bit.
Yeah, we'll try to get him in here in just a little while. Maybe at the stage break if that ends up coming through. But as we were talking about that, Josh Lilly has really started to pull away from Nathan Brown. It's up to 4 tenths there, and the last laps were pretty identical there. So I thought he was pulling away, but doesn't look like he was.
Pretty similar. They are pulling away from the third place of Joey Stires. Got about a 2-second lead on that truck.
Well, actually, that last lap, he was our fastest car on track, Joey Stires. Hey Lane, you got a copy? Well, looks like we can't really get a hold of him. I got in touch with him. He said he wanted an interview, but that's alright.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Oh, there we
Hey,
go.
Lane. There we go. How you doing tonight, Lane? How's the trucks handling out there tonight?
They're actually pretty good. It started to fade there, maybe 20 laps into a run, but for the most part, they were flying.
Yeah, it really looked like toward the middle to the end of the run there, they're really starting to want to go up high. How was that high line? Were you able to run up there any or?
So I was still dealing with a little bit of damage from that first incident.
Right.
The truck just didn't seem to want to turn as good as it was early. So I was just trying that high line to see if it would work, and then I saw the 8 car get in the wall a little bit, and I was like, oh no. And then by the time I started to hit the brakes, it seemed like we all just piled together. But it happens.
Yeah, I told Joseph it looked like you were in the wrong place at the right time. So,
Yeah, pretty much.
well, hopefully you'll get back out here and get them next week. But thank you for coming up and talking with us.
That's the plan. Thanks for having me, guys.
You're welcome, man. Have a good night, sir.
You too.
That was Lane Hostler, the driver of the 61 truck. But as we were talking, Josh Lilly pulled out about a tenth on our second place driver, Nathan Brown. But Joey Stires has really cut it down as he's cut it from 2 seconds back to 1.3. I think it's just going to be too little too late as we're heading to 1 to go in the stage.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to take the white flag for this, or the final lap of this stage.
Yeah, and as long as Josh Lilly can just string together 2 more corners, I think he got this stage locked up. But man, Joey Stires was starting to come on there and really start to close in on Josh Lilly.
Yeah, like you said, just too little too late to do anything at the end of this stage. So the caution is out. That'll bring to the end of the stage there.
Yeah, and that third caution of the night is out for the stage, and Josh Lilly wins. I mean, continuing to show why he's first in the power rankings CleanRacing.net puts out every week.
And been some exciting racing. I mean, I'm really curious to see if all these guys pit and get on even tires. I'm really curious to see what these guys can do here in this last stage.
Yeah, but while we get a minute, let's go ahead and get a word from our sponsor. Are you a wrestling or MMA fan? Then ringsidereport.net is the place for you. Come listen to a veteran broadcaster, Dave Simon, and his group of friends discuss the latest news in these sports. Tune in on Thursday nights and listen to cleanracing.net driver Frederick Garcia talks some MMA. With a minimum of 4 shows a week, ringsidereport.net is your home for WWE, AEW, and UFC discussions.
Here they come down pit road. Looks like the whole field's going to get fresh tires to this. They're going to re-rack them, and we're going to see what these guys do here at this end coming into this next stage.
Yeah, I mean, everybody went down pit road, as we said. Got those fresh tires, and Josh Lilly's first in, first off.
That's the benefit of getting that pole. You're right there, that number 1 pit stall. All you got to do is drop the clutch and hit that loud pedal, and you're going to most likely be able to come off pit road in first.
Yeah, there are a few situations where they'll not get it, but that's just when the pit crew has a little mishap.
Looks like Brown's going to come off second. Joey Steyer's third. Mcgronigal will be fourth. Sullivan in fifth.
Yeah, I mean, these laps are winding down. We're nearly halfway in this race. But I think we got one more lap until these pace car lights are going to be off.
Guys are just making sure they're ready to go. Maybe grabbing them a sip of water before they go back to green.
Yeah, we are watching the chat, so it's really good if you just go in there, drop a like, comment, and we'll try to see who your favorite drivers are and maybe give them a little shout out.
It's like we got some 38 fans, and looks like Josh Lilly's cheering for himself.
Yeah, I mean,
Gotta love that.
Who doesn't cheer for themselves?
Got some Mcgronigal fans on there, and some Garcia fans on there as well. So thank you all for watching tonight.
Yeah.
Go ahead and throw in the chat. Go ahead and throw in the chat your picks for the win tonight. See who gets it right.
Yeah.
At this point, it's anybody's race.
As we're talking about race picks, who do you have winning this race?
Tell you what, it's really hard to not go with Josh Lilly. He's looking strong. I'm gonna say Josh Lilly is gonna get this win tonight. He just is really strong. He came through the pack, took that lead, and he's just driving a really clean race, and that's what it takes to get around Chicago.
Joey Steyers says in the chat, go Joey Steyers. So glad we got some people rooting for themselves. But I actually got Joey Steyers winning this race.
All right.
He's considered the Richard Petty of this league, winning the most races in league history. So
Here we go. And here we go. Joey Stires. It's the Joey Stires and Josh Lilly show. Here it comes Joey Stires looking on the inside of Josh Lilly.
These guys.
He's got the push.
And it looks like the 79 of Andrew Mcgronigal is on the bottom line, getting the push from the 99 of Rhett Tucker, and the
Joey Stires gets
92
stuck 3
of
wide
Nathan
there.
Brown is taking it 3 wide. Man, what an exciting first lap of stage 2.
Here comes Mcgronigal to look on the inside of Josh Lilly.
Man,
Rhett Tucker right there pushing him.
Yeah, he has the help from Rhett Tucker. Everybody just trying to beat that leader of Josh Lilly.
Oh, here comes. There comes Nathan Brown. He's washes up a little bit into Rhett Tucker. Mcgronigal tried to get him on the front stretch there, just almost barely didn't get there.
Yeah, but they're side by side into this back straightaway with Nathan Brown behind Mcgronigal and Rhett Tucker behind Josh Lilly. Who's going to have the better push heading into 3 and 4?
Looks like Mcgronigal's going to clear him with that push from Rhett Tucker. Rhett Tucker's going to, is he going to stay right there? Thought we were going to go 3 wide. Looks like he's going to clear Josh Lilly.
Yeah, Rhett's really been kind of sneaky here. He pitted, kind of got behind Andrew on that pit cycle, but he's back up front and they're battling back and forth.
Driving that number 99 Malware Bites forward.
Yeah, he sure is. I mean, trying to bite into that lead of Andrew Mcgronigal.
Could Josh Lilly be saving a little bit, not wanting to push his stuff this early in the run?
Well, you only have about 70 laps in this stage. I'd say we're going to get a pretty good green flag run here. Maybe even green to the end. But I think he could be saving. But I think they're going to try and pit around lap 90. Kind of split it up in half. Almost. Lap 90 or 85. I'd say that's really the window.
There comes Rhett Tucker. He's really pushing that 79 of Mcgronigal. Nathan Brown just sitting there waiting for something to happen.
Lane Hostler's in the chat saying, I have to say, go Greg. Greg Barnett back here battling for this 12th position here as Mike Thomas trying to take away P13 from him.
And thank you, Victoria. It is Mcgronigal. Drew Mcgronigal. So thank you, Victoria, for straightening us out. We appreciate it. We don't like to butcher names, so people want to help us. We appreciate it. So thank you, Victoria. It's Andrew Mcgronigal. He's got the lead here. Rhett Tucker second. Nathan Brown's come up to third. He's trying to look on the inside of Rhett Tucker here. Rhett Tucker comes down to sort of block that run.
Yeah, and we see Josh Lilly having a battle back here. No, I think that's a lap car of John Anthony. I thought they were racing back here for a position. But I think he's just saving a little bit of tires, trying to get it to lap 90 or so. Get those fresh tires, and then really is going to push hard that final 30 laps or so.
I'll tell you what, since we started saying Andrew's name right, he's looking awful tough up there.
Oh yeah, for sure. But Rhett Tucker's just really not letting Mcgronigal go. As he's just trying to put that car wherever the 99 of Rhett Tucker is, just to try to put that dirty air on his nose.
Absolutely, and that does affect. That's going to make that 99 truck tight. Mcgronigal goes low there. Rhett Tucker look on the outside just a little bit to get a little bit of air on that corner, that front of that truck. That'll help it bite and turn just a little bit better.
Let's go on board with Rhett Tucker here. You can really try to see him be as smooth on this wheel as he can, trying to save a little tire while still trying to get by Andrew Mcgronigal. I will say Josh Lilly and Joey Steyer's starting to run some of the quicker lap times.
I think they were just trying not to burn their stuff up, so I think that's the key here. Is they don't, you don't want to burn your stuff up. That could pay off for them to just sort of not push it so hard.
Yeah, I mean, they were trying to save a little bit of tire. They're really starting to see the benefits now. Because they're about a 10 faster than everybody else on track. Yeah, I think they're just working together. Trying to get up there. But I mean, these guys really keeping it clean this stage, as we're seeing, we haven't seen a caution in these 20 laps.
Looks like the 48 of Josh Lilly's starting to catch the front three.
Yeah, I mean, they were really trying to save those tires. I think it's paying off for them now.
I think Josh Lilly's just about the distance here. He's going to start getting a little bit of tow off that truck in front of him, Nathan Brown. Every little bit helps.
Yeah, every little bit does help, and we're starting to see some of these guys that save tires start to come back up towards the front.
We're now less than 50 laps to go. So they could stop. The pit window's now open.
Yeah, the pit window's open for sure. But let's go ahead and run through the field as Andrew Andrew Mcgronigal is leading. Rhett Tucker in second. P3 Nathan Brown. P4 Josh Lilly. P5 Joey Stiers. P6 Jason Higginbotham. P7 Kevin Becker. P8 Keith Mack. P9 Christopher Beasley. P10 Mike Van Houten. You?
In P11, we've got Nathan Rowe. P12, Greg Barnett. In P13, here comes Stephen Tuck in that 10 truck. And in Brian Sullivan there in the 4 truck. And we have Mike Thomas in the 3. And Daniel Sykes in the 66. And Jamie LaRoque in the 15. And Mike McCrate in the 8 truck. And the 94, Frederick Garcia. He's got some fans in the chat.
And rounding out the top 20, we got Chris Smith.
Back up front, Andrew Mcgronigal from Queen Creek, Arizona.
Joey Stiers and Josh Lilly starting to put a battle on back here.
But with Joey Stiers getting up behind Josh Lilly, it's going to push him a little bit. And it's going to help him catch these guys in front. I think Joey Stiers is saying, come on, Josh, it's time to go.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're in the same room, but if they are, I'm sure he's telling them, hey, come on, let me by so I can get up there and try and pass these guys. And Josh Lilly's probably like, nah, you're going to have to work around me here.
Yeah, I think what they're trying to do, they're trying to catch as much time off as they can before pit stops. And I can tell you right now, they're catching that 92 of Nathan Brown.
Yeah, they're really starting to catch these guys up front. And we're going to see the 99 of Rhett Tucker pit this lap along with
the leader of Andrew Mcgronigal.
Andrew Mcgronigal.
Not sure if iRacing is going to like that pit entry of the 99. We'll have to see what happens. That puts Nathan Brown as our leader. Josh Lilly to second, and Joey Stiers in third.
Yeah, and do these guys try and pit now, or are they going to stay out a little bit longer? Looks like we got P4 and Jason Higginbotham in pit road.
I think seeing the trouble that those guys had coming on pit road, I think I would run a couple of laps and try to put a little bit more distance on them. Looked like the entry there, the pit road, was a little rough for both the first and second place drivers there of Mcgronigal and of Butler. I'm sorry, Rhett Tucker.
Oh, and Josh Lilly got by Nathan Brown. And
Joey Stiers right there with him.
He sure is. And now do they start racing each other and trying to get by each other, or do they keep like this until the pit stop? Well, that answers our question.
That
Joey
answers that question.
To the inside. Was just waiting on Josh Lilly to get by these guys, and Josh Lilly running that top to perfection and keeping that lead. Side by side, coming to the start-finish line, and Josh Lilly will get it clear.
And this is really the time of this run that running that high line is really going to be beneficial. Not having to turn that wheel a lot. The tires are already pretty warm, and he's able to keep that momentum up down that long front straightaway.
Yeah, we'll see if these guys start to pit the next couple laps, as I'm sure they're losing quite a bit of time to the guys who pit. Let's see here. Andrew Mcgronigal is running a 31.14. The leader's last lap was a 32.75.
So they're going to need to pit here pretty soon.
And
They're
I
going to lose.
believe
They're
we're
going
going
to
to get Joey
lose time.
Stires pitting here. He just went over the radio and said he was going to pit. Oh,
Here comes Josh Lilly. Joey Stires doesn't pit.
wow. I think he was just trying to get Josh Lilly to pit. Kind of use a little bit of that radio technique.
But is that going to hurt Joey Stires? He's already running, 1.3 second laps, slower than the fastest cars that just pitted. So
I guess we'll just have to find out as he stays out another lap. Is this going to pay off for him? We saw him do this at Kentucky, or we saw him do the opposite at Kentucky.
here comes the 79 of Andrew Mcgronigal. He's going to unlap himself.
Right there, that's my sign I need a pit, is if I get passed by the leader, or who was the leader before pit stops, that's my time to pit.
Yep, I agree with you completely.
We'll see if he pits this time around or if he keeps going. He'll keep going, so not really sure what's going to happen here. Oh, and we got a caution, and that is why.
That's why he's looking like the smart guy now. So we'll have to see where things come out. Andrew Mcgronigal is going to look like the one who made the right move here because he should cycle out to be the leader. Then you'll have several who will get the wave around.
So we see Keith come out of pit road here. It's almost like he just...
Yeah, the 30 truck of Keith Mack, he rolls off and then had the tow. I'm not sure if something happened or what's happening there.
Yeah, that looks like it was the caution, so... Not really sure what happened.
Either way, Joey Stires is pretty happy, and so is Andrew Mcgronigal.
Well, if I'm Andrew, I don't know if I'm so happy because I'm pretty sure that was his last set of tires he put on, and Joey Stires is in the catbird seat.
Yep, he's going to have fresh tires. Andrew McGonigal's got about 4 or 5 laps on those tires now, so, he's still going to be at the front of the field, though, so he's going to have that clean air.
Yeah, he will, but he pitted around lap 80. That's 8 lap older tires.
We'll just have to see what happens here.
Looks like Mike Thomas is coming down pit road right here. But Andrew Mcgronigal, my bad, will stay out because he doesn't have those fresh sets of tires like Joey Stires does. And I'm really looking for Joey Stires to get up front really quick with those new tires.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see what's going to happen here. Tell you what, though, these last restarts that we've had, this certainly is going to make it pretty exciting. That's for sure. But it looks like that the 48 of Josh Lilly did stay on the lead lap there, so that's going to work out pretty good for him because he came out of the pits right as that caution was coming out. So
he really doesn't have that much, or at all, really, tire wear, so I could see him doing good.
Yeah, he's going to get the wave around here, and that's going to help put him to the tail end of the field. But there's a lot of trucks going to pit, so we'll just have to see where things shake out, where he actually will restart. Here they go. The truck's taking the wave around.
But we're seeing these guys go around, get their laps back. As Andrew Mcgronigal back here in the lead.
It looks like he's taking the inside on this restart, Joseph. What do you think about that decision? With 30 laps to go.
From what I'm hearing on the radio is they don't get lane choice.
Oh, okay.
But we're about to go back green as everybody's catching up to the tail end of the field, and Andrew Mcgronigal will lead us to the green.
Pace car is off. There comes Andrew Mcgronigal. He drops down low to keep people from trying to get a run way low down there. That's gonna be beneficial for him. He's gonna get quite a jump there on that restart.
Yeah, he does, and as we got 30 laps to go, Joey's tires on that middle lane trying to get the run past Christopher Beasley. He'll easily get clear down this back stretch of him. Now he sets his sights on the leader of Andrew Mcgronigal.
Here he goes. The front four single out. And the fourth place truck of Greg Barnett's looking high there.
Looks like the 7 of Christopher Beasley got a black flag on that restart, so he'll be pitting here.
Oh, I hate to see that. You certainly don't want any of these drivers to get a penalty, but
No, we don't, but it's part of it, so it's really gonna be interesting.
that brings
to
the
see if he
94
can
of
back up.
Garcia up to fourth.
Good run by him today. I mean, this is really one of his better performances I've seen, and I'm glad to see him up front.
Well, here he comes. He's looking mighty sporty there.
He sure is. It's surprising to see how well Andrew Mcgronigal is able to keep this lead. I'm thinking Joey Stires is just kind of riding behind him, saving a little bit of tire.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's saving a little bit. We've got these front six who are singled out. All the way back to the 15th of the 15 truck of Jamie LaRoque. There's that 8 truck of Mike McCrate. He was in the wall not long ago.
And the 23 of Joey Stires looking to the inside into turn 1, but Andrew shuts the door. Can he do it into 3 and 4? He's looking, and he won't make the move this time.
I think it's too early to try to make a move. I mean, I would ride and gonna have a little bit fresher tires, so
You're saying it's too early, but it's only 25 laps to go, so we're really winding down into the later stages of this race.
yeah. But Chicago have absolutely exciting last laps. Will we get a slide job, Joseph? You think we'll have a slide job tonight?
No, not really with these cars, because they don't or they have too much grip.
Josh Lilly's up to 8th.
And these guys are really close together here, as we got a few guys on old tires kind of slowing this front pack up. And if I'm Joey's tires, I'm seeing Josh Lilly closing in on those fairly fresh tires, and I'm thinking to myself, I need to get by the leader, and quickly.
Yeah, he's only 1.2 seconds back of the leader right now. So, I mean, Mcgronigal is just running he's running his line, and he's saying, guys, if you want to take it, take it. But you're going to have to pass me on the outside, it looks like.
Yeah, that last lap, our leader Mcgronigal ran a 31.8, and he looks to be the fastest car on track. So that's interesting to see. But as I say, that
tires
Joey
looking on the
Stires
inside.
makes a move to the inside.
Here we come, side by side off of 4 down the front stretch. Mcgronigal kept that momentum up, getting that high line run.
Side by side with 20 laps to go. These guys are not wasting any time, as Joey Stires trying to make a move on Mcgronigal because he sees his stepson marching through the field.
Here comes Mcgronigal looking back on the outside of the 23 Stires. And he dives down low. Trying to stay right in that toe of that truck. Staying in that draft. Getting as much help as he can. The 48 of Josh Lilly is fifth now. He's truck he has to get around is. And he's got plenty of time to catch him, Joseph.
Yeah, Josh Lilly marching through the field, as, like you said, he has plenty of time to catch Joey Stires, but if he's going to do it, he has to get by these guys almost immediately.
He is into 4th now. He's around the 94 Garcia. Mike Van Hooten's coming right with Josh Lilly. Here the 38's looking. He's looking on the inside, trying to get an inside look on the 79 of Mcgronigal. That's Greg Barnett in the 38 truck. He was way low down.
Yeah, these guys are side by side. Will that help Josh Lilly catch up to these guys? Because they're bad on side by side.
Greg Barnett had quite a run there on the 79 of Mcgronigal, but he had a really entry to the entry of turn 1. I think that really bound his truck up and got him a little tight off of 2. So he lost that momentum.
Now, Greg Barnett does have fresh tires like Joey Stires, so if he can get around Mcgronigal, I think he can put up a fight to Joey Stires.
Joey Stires is saying, "You guys, you go ahead and fight all you want to.
Yeah,
I'm just going to pick them up, putting them down."
Josh Lilly back here just clicking off laps, running some pretty competitive lap times, as our leader ran a 32.366 and he ran a 32.37, so he is definitely closing in on the guys in second and third, but about 4 thousandths off Joey Stires. But that's not much.
Oh, it is not. You're absolutely right, Joseph.
So if we do get a late race caution, I could definitely see him having a good race there.
So one thing, we do have a caution. The only thing it's going to do is bunch the field up because I don't think anybody has any tires left.
Yeah, nobody has tires left, so like I said earlier, I would have stayed out there earlier and you could have had some fresh tires if the caution comes out.
But Joey Stires has a lead of about 0.7 of a second on Andrew Mcgronigal. Josh Lilly is catching up to Greg Barnett.
Yeah, he caught him a couple thousandths that last lap. We'll see if he can improve this time. He does. He ran the fastest lap out of the top 5. He's really starting to make that high line work. Like we were saying earlier, that high line's going to be the place to be if you want to win it. He's the only one up there, and he's making some hay.
It's because he is getting that, all that clean air on front nose of that truck.
Yeah, we can see him in the same picture now, which is really good if he's trying to get by these guys. But will he have forgotten how to run the bottom to get by guys?
It looks like he's going to go around these guys on the top.
Well, he can only hope. But it looks like Greg Barnett's just going to pull out of his way and let him go after it.
Riding that Larson line right around the top.
Yeah, I mean, is it the Larson line or is it the Lilly line?
Could be either. Right now it's the Lilly line. Only 9 laps to go. He's got quite a bit of time to catch up to Joey Stires there. He's got a second to Mcgronigal, and then he'll have another second to get to his stepdad, Joey Stires.
Yeah, it's really fun watching people rip the top like he is. And he's running really fast lap times. That last lap he was a little bit slower, but he was having to work around Greg Barnett.
Here he is trying to follow that truck of Andrew Mcgronigal in front of him to get as much draft off of that truck as he can. Down the straightaway.
Looks like we got a battle for 8th here as Frederick Garcia is under pressure by Jamie LaCroix and Mike McRae. And the 8 of Mike McRae looking to the inside of the 15 of Jamie LaCroix. Just couldn't get it done right there.
Yeah, both those trucks have a little bit of rear end damage, so that's certainly going to affect how they're driving. But they're able to stick right with the little pack that they're in. That's definitely some of the closest racing on the track. There, Mike McRae sniffs right up to the back of Jamie LaCroix. As they jockey back and forth.
Oh, looks like the 8 got on the gas a little bit sooner than the 15 and Jamie LaCroix there. You could see it jump forward, but Stephen Tuck's now in the battle.
And he has caught these guys from quite a bit back. So he was saving a little bit of something for the end of this run.
Yeah, I mean, he was able to get right to the inside of the 8 of Mike McCray, and now he's trying to get a pull off the 15 of Jamie LaCroix.
And he may get around both these guys right here. He's going to get to the outside. He's in the draft of the 8 of McCray.
Yeah, and this is giving Frederick Garcia a little bit of a gap as he's trying to hold on to the 8th position. Looks like the 8's trying to break the draft a little bit. Ooh, something I'm noticing Steven Tuck do. He's really backing up the corner and able to get on the gas sooner than the 8 of Mike McCray.
And he's really gained a lot of... Here he goes. He's looking to the outside of McCray.
Just couldn't get it there, but 8 slides up the track, and will that open up the door? It does. He goes to the inside. This is for the 9th position. He gets clear of the 8 of Mike McCray. Oh, never mind. The 8 of Mike McCray has something to say about that as he's on the outside. He might have tapped the wall out of turn 4.
Yeah, brushed it just a little bit, but that just helped point him down the straightaway. He's still good to go there. Here comes Steven Tuck. He's on the inside of Mike McCray. Will he get clear going down the backstretch? Looks like he's going to clear him there. And he can set sail to try to catch that truck of Fred Garcia.
Yeah, he is. And
looking back up front, looks like Joey Stires has almost a 2-second lead now over second place Andrew Mcgronigal.
Yeah, right now Joey Stires just has this thing on cruise control in the lead. Nobody has been able to catch him, and that's really been the story ever since he got those fresher tires.
And here we go. We're coming to the white flag. There we go. Joey Stires takes the white flag.
He takes the white flag coming out of turn 2. He has to put together one more set of turns as Joey Stires, heading through 3 and 4, will take the checkered flag once more in the CleanRacing.net Truck Series.
What an absolutely great run by that 23 truck tonight. He really kept that truck clean all night. No pun intended, I promise. But he kept that truck clean, kept it out front. Even when he got back in the pack, he was able to get through the pack and notch another win under his win record in this league.
Man, what a good race. But, I mean, it's crazy. And Joey Stires just proving once again why they compare him to Richard Petty.
I'm not sure if Richard Petty would do burnouts, though. I don't think I ever saw the King do burnouts, but Joey Stires is burning it down.
Well, I mean, that was before his time. Looks like we got our second place finisher, Andrew Mcgronigal, up in the booth. How's it going?
Hey man, it's going well, thank you.
Yeah, good second place run there. Tell us what you thought when that caution came out there towards the end.
Definitely wasn't looking forward to that caution. If that played out, I think I would have wound up with around a 6-second lead after pit cycle. So I was lucky to get the lap back, or at least unlap myself before that caution came out, or that would have been a totally different outcome.
Yeah, you had a great run tonight, Andrew. And how were the trucks out there? It looks like about midway to the end of the runs, really when those trucks really like to rip that top. Is that what you were seeing, or were you trying to keep it on the bottom as much as possible?
Yeah, so when I was out front, I was able to keep it on the bottom and keep the truck really rotating. And I noticed there the last 8 laps or so, I think it was Lily was running the top and making good time. And I think we were on the same lap or same age of tires there. So maybe something I need to work on. Knew just running the bottom was easy to do if you could keep her rotated out front. But once you run 5 or 6 laps in dirty air, the trucks just get too tight and you burn the right front off of them. So maybe it's something to do some homework on and learn to run the top here.
Absolutely. Well, do you have anybody you want to shout out tonight, Andrew?
Yeah, I gotta one thing. My fiance gonna run another race here tonight, so This is gonna be a late evening for me. I'm out on the West Coast in Arizona, so I got a race starting here in 1 minute that I need to actually log into that I've already paid for. So I hate to
All
cut
right,
you
man.
guys short, but
Oh, man, take off. Go
thank
get
you.
them. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
So we'll go ahead and pull Josh Lilly, the 48 truck, in here. Josh, heck of a run, man. You had a fast truck all night. Just ran out of time there at the end. You're starting to catch them. How was the truck tonight?
The truck itself was great. I felt like we had the second best truck behind Joey. Joey was definitely faster than us. The one problem was just that caution coming out at the worst possible moment.
Yeah, we were watching you and Joey go at it tonight, and it was fun to watch you guys race. Do you have anybody you want to shout out tonight, Josh?
I'd like to shout out my teammates at Brownie Racing, Evan, who wasn't here tonight, Nate and Kevin. They really helped me prepare for this race, and just everybody else for racing me clean.
Absolutely, man. It was a great race, and you ran. It was so much fun watching you come through the pack. But congratulations on a strong top three finish.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
That was our third place finisher, Josh Lilly. Hey Joey, you got a copy on us?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Hey man, great race. Can you walk us through what you were thinking staying out late, hoping for that caution?
Really, that's exactly it. I was gonna stay out there. I think I had 15 more laps I could have ran out there, and my hope was to just stay out there and hopefully catch a late caution. I just didn't think it would be as early as I did. Fortunately, all them guys had pitted already and used 7-8 laps on their tires, so we really benefited from that.
Yeah, I mean, after that, you really dominated and started to pull away after about 10 laps. Took a couple laps to get around Mcgronigal, but after that, you were long gone.
Yeah, we had some really good long run speed at the beginning of every run. I was taking it so easy on my tires, and those guys would just pull away, and I just let them go because I knew at the long run I'd have some tires at the end, and I just go right past them. It was kind of the same thing with Andrew on that restart. He was definitely fast, but I knew I had those couple lap fresher tires that I could just end up passing him on the long run. So the key for my whole race was just to save as much tires as I possibly could.
Yeah, we noticed you really came on in the long run. But is there anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my Rev Racing teammates, Ryan Twynham and our newcomer, Keith McClellan from the Canadian side. So we're happy to have him tonight. Both of them had some troubles tonight, and hopefully we'll be rebounding and we'll finish here in the top 5. But I want to give a shout out to some of the guys in the top 10 here. Andrew, Greg Barnett, Jason. I mean, we got a lot of new faces here in the top 5, top 10, and we just love to see that for our league.
Oh,
Yeah, absolutely, Joey. I was talking. We were watching some of the racing back in the back half of the top 10, and it's good to see new faces in the top 10. But congratulations on another win in the league, and we enjoyed watching you guys tonight.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Can't wait to go back and watch the broadcast here later.
Good deal, man. Thank you very much, and you all have a good night.
Thanks. You too, guys.
That was our first place finisher, Joey Stiers. But what an amazing race. Damon, is there anything you'd like to say before we go through the finishing results?
Just an impressive race. I mean, watching these guys, especially after those restarts, so impressive to how those guys raced as tight as they did, and just really staying off each other, but making good, tight, and no pun intended, really just clean racing all night long. There were a couple of incidents on the track, but those were just racing. I mean, there was nobody who really did anything wrong. But man, it was fun being up in the booth with you tonight, man. And we'll get to do this again soon.
Oh yeah, for sure. But really, just a dominating race by Joey Stiers and Josh Lilly. But let's go ahead and run through our finishing results. Joey Stiers in first, Andrew Mcgronigal in second, Josh Lilly in third. Fourth, we got Greg Barnett. Fifth, Jason Higginbotham. Sixth, Mike Van Houten. Seventh, Nathan Brown. Eighth, Frederick Garcia. Ninth, Stephen Tuck. And 10th, Mike McCrate.
Coming in 11th, Mike Thomas. 12th, Jamie LaRoque. And 13th, Chris Smith. 14th will be Daniel Sykes. 15th, Brian Sullivan in the 4-car. Then 16th, Kevin Becker. 17th, Dave Shatford. And 18th, with that late black flag there, Christopher Beasley. And 19th, Rhett Tucker had a strong car all night long, had trouble there at the end. And then 20th, Nathan Rogue.
21st, we got Keith Mack. 22nd, John Anthony. 23rd, Dustin Harrell. 24th, Lane Hostler. Had some bad luck today, early in the race. And rounding out the field in 25th, Ryan Twynham. But that was
It was an awesome race tonight.
that was our finishing results, and I was glad to broadcast with you. So long for now. We'll see y'all next time.